I'm working as a dishwasher. I'm buying Louis Vuitton.
That's crazy. That's insane.
I'm making twice that.
That's insane.
I'm buying Polo. Right? It's like, okay. And now I don't care. Like, this is Polo Assassin. This is like $5. I don't care. Like, I wear whatever now. It's comfortable. Like, I don't care. What other business model is so entry level that anyone, because there's such a low barrier of entry, but there's such a high bar for like actually doing good. Like, I know myself and maybe 2 other people in the DMV that are operating at that level. That's like maybe the 1%. And I'm talking people that are actually charging like $80 to $100 a haircut. People that have editors, people that have they know their exact profit off the top of their head. They update spreadsheets daily. They plan out their marketing. They have a marketing team. You know, I'm bringing in like over 5 figures every month off my haircuts, and it gave me a big ego. I remember blowing money. I remember going to like nice restaurants, clothes. That was a big thing.
Right.
I think the more money I got, the less I started blowing, the less I started trying to like look rich. It's such a blessing, but you don't value money as much. Like, you obviously don't. When you don't have expenses, you don't value money. Money is just like a plaything. Money is just like a toy. Imagine me making, 5 figures a month off haircuts with no expenses, living with my parents. Imagine how big of an ego I had. I thought I was on top of the world. I thought I was like rich.
He asked last time. I think I remember your answer, and I want to know if the answer changed or not. I asked you, what would you say is your definition of success?
Dude, I remember that question. Definition of success.
It's funny because you said that same thing. My definition of success. That's
actually, I gotta think about it again because I don't remember what I said. Definition of success. I feel like success just has to be.
Real quick, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And if you're listening to this on a podcast platform, leave us a review. It'll help us out big time, and it'll let us know that you guys actually like what we're putting out. All right, let's jump right in. Bristol, back at it again.
Part 2.
Technically part 3 because
part 3.
We went to the gym that one time.
That was part 2.
And I was on the way here. I was listening to the conversation we had the first time.
Yeah.
And every time you come on this podcast, you have like this like little golden nuggets that you give out, right? It's like last time you were starting to teach barbers how to scale. Now you're doing this at a much higher level. Yeah. And I mean, I guess some people will call you like the barbers industry sensei, the way that you're making these kids you're making kids like 6 figures in like 2-3 months. Like
decent. We're getting.
What are you talking about? Like
there.
When I was 16, when I was 16 years old, I was not making six figures.
Me either.
So it's like that's kind of insane. But I kind of want to pick your brain at why you chose to do this. I know you said this last time.
Yeah.
But I feel like you from now to a year, a lot has changed.
A lot has changed. Yeah.
So tell me what's up with that.
That's kept me going. It's like with the new business model. It's like, bro, obviously we both love Hormozy, like as an entrepreneur. So it's like me knowing that he did gym launch was like a big thing because I kind of looked into like the history of that, and that was a big inspiration. And obviously like having invested into the same types of stuff myself, right? And like the third biggest thing was, bro, it's like I feel like everybody wants to like run some type of like info business. Like everyone wants to have like a coaching business or whatever. Like everyone just, I don't know. I see people and like, I don't like the way they're doing things. Like I don't want to call them a scammer, but it's like, I want to do things the right way. Yeah. So it's like, if I'm the type of person where it's like, I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it the right way. So I guess like why I started was like, bro, it was more like, I was already doing it for free for the people at my shop, like for my coworkers. Yeah. I would be like, yo, y'all want to hop on a FaceTime tonight and I'll teach you guys how to edit? Yeah. Like, yo, y'all want to hop on a FaceTime and I'll like teach you guys.
So you were doing this for free already at the barbershop?
For free. And that's what I tell people. It's like, I would cut hair for free. I would help other people. I would give out free sauce for free just because I like enjoy it. Like it was fun to me. So I was like, bro, like I remember Yusuf, like he used to sweep up for me. And then he was like, yo, I want to start cutting hair. So boom, he learns a little bit how to cut hair. And he's like, yo, I want to start making videos. I was like, all right, bro, if you're free, like go on FaceTime. Like I'll screen share to you how to make videos and how to edit and stuff. Like I'll teach you all this stuff I learned. Like I paid for this stuff, but like, I don't care. I'll teach you. And I was teaching him and he was like, yo, my video did like 10,000 views. Like it's actually working. I was like, damn, really? Like I didn't think I
Damn,
could
really?
I didn't think I could really teach that well. But I was already teaching. So that was like, I guess, the reason I started. And then I was like, it is an opportunity to like have an online business where you don't have to be, like cutting hair to make money. Because cutting hair is cool. I can make a lot of money cutting hair. But like cutting hair is like a service-based business.
Yeah.
But like with other service-based business like detailing, you can hire employees to do the details, right? I guess, would you say landscaping is a service-based business?
Oh yeah, it is definitely sort of, it's not home services.
So you can
Anything
hire
home
people
services.
to do the fulfillment and the labor for you, right? With the haircut, you can't hire somebody else to be the barber, right? So I was like, okay, there's a cap. Now there's a cap on my time, right? So like, what's the next step? I mean, obviously I could teach other people. Like, this is not a new business model, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I was in some type of like program myself. Like, I had someone that was teaching me all this stuff. I knew he was making a good amount of money. I knew he didn't have to cut hair anymore. So I was like, bro, if this guy can do it, like,
Yeah.
I could do it on a smaller scale. And that was my plan. Like, my plan was to do it on a smaller scale because I didn't think I could be as good as like the best people in the industry. But then as I got up there, I was like, okay, boom, boom, boom. And it was good. Like, it was not as easy as I thought, right? Like, everyone thinks like people selling courses or whatever, like people think that's so easy to make money. Like, it's an easy way to make money.
Yeah.
I guess it is. Like, you could probably scam your way to make a lot of money. But like at some point I was making like, well, like for the entire time up until like the last couple months, I was doing like 1K, 2K a month off this. And I was putting in like 60 hours a week into like learning stuff myself, testing out new stuff. I was on calls with people, right? And this was only making me like 2, 3K a month. Maybe my biggest was like 3, 4K a month. So I was having to cut hair. All the money I made was from cutting hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally all the money I made was like from cutting hair. So I wasn't making any money off this, contrary to what a lot of people would probably think. And yeah, recently I've scaled it. I guess I'm going on a different topic, but it's like with my finances now, I'm chilling because it's like, okay, you guys see that like obviously it's expensive to live here and it's expensive to own my car now. So it's like my expenses are cooked.
Exactly. So like I guess that comes with success. Like, that's kind of what I wanted to ask you as well. Last year you were still living with your parents.
I was living with my parents. I was driving
and you were driving the Acura. Now you're living in this insane building.
It's nice, yeah.
It's nice. It's expensive. Now you're driving a really nice car that's also very expensive. So definitely a lifestyle upgrade.
It is.
Right?
I would say like it's not make or break, but it's nice to have. But like the other thing is, okay, so now the way I split it up is like I was always bad with budgeting, right? But now it's so easy. It's like, okay, the money that I make from cutting hair is like my play money. Like I can do whatever I want with that. So like now that I actually make, like I still work in the barbershop like all the time, like a couple days a week. A couple thousand a month, I could put that towards like a nicer rent if I want. And then all the money that I make from my online business, from the barber education business, I'm not spending that on myself. Like I have to pay out, you know how it is. You have to pay out employees, you have to pay out other people. But then like the little bit of money that I have left over from that, I just put it into like stocks or whatever.
Okay.
So that's all I do. Like I don't touch it. Like I literally don't touch it.
Yeah.
Because I see that business as like a long-term thing. I feel like people who like, they're not willing to kind of like, stay down for a while with the business. Cause like, obviously like, I wouldn't consider this like what I'm doing with my money right now. I would consider staying down.
Yeah.
But it's like, in a way I am, because like the real decent money that I'm making from my new business that I started, that's actually starting to take off. I don't want to, like the worst thing you could do is just like dig into that and be like, yo, I'm making all this money. Let me go blow it all. It's like, that's the most, I've seen people do it. And then it's like, bro, what are you doing? Right. So it's like, rather than doing that, I'd rather just pretend like it's not there. And if I want to eat out a lot, that's just going to come out of my pockets from haircuts. Because at the end of the day, now I don't have to rely on that to live.
Yeah.
Like I did before.
I know every day I see you kind of onboarding someone new.
Yeah,
right. And like, it seems like it's only ramping up.
It is.
Do people just find you off of the content that you create? Or?
So it's a whole sales process. So what I have is, I have a sales process where either two things, either they're going to come from my TikTok, either they're going to come from my Instagram, or they're going to come from my YouTube, or they're going to come from trial reels, right? So there's a couple ways I have it. So I mean, I don't even care. I'll expose the whole thing if you guys want to hear. It might be boring though. I do trial reels, which is like, it shows to like people that aren't followers.
Yeah.
So it's
I've
like,
heard about it. I haven't tried it though.
It's like a paid ad. It's like a cheat code.
Is it really?
You do trial reels, it shows it to non-followers. So like I have an automation to where like if someone likes a trial reel that gives value, like people will get like an automated message being like, yo, do you want more information? Check out my YouTube. But when people go to the YouTube, they'll be like, oh, God, okay, this guy's not BSing me. Like, he actually kind of knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the YouTube video, I'll just have a CTA and be like, yo, if you guys are actually interested in working with me, I can help you guys out. Book a call. Boom. They book a call. Or they just like swipe up on the Instagram stories, to be honest. That's why I stay active on there, because they'll swipe up. They'll be like, yo, boom, boom, boom. So-and-so is charging $100 now. Like, can you help me? Like, I know he paid you. I know he worked with you. Like, how do I do that?
Word of mouth is a real good.
Word of mouth is huge, dude. Referrals are always huge. Like, for barbers, no. But for this space, yeah. Like, I've got so many referrals where it's like, okay, someone sees a barber in their shop, like, doing really well for themselves. And they're like, damn, like, I already know, you know, he went through you. Like, I already know you helped him out with his marketing, with his, you know, systems. Like, I know you did all that. Like, can you just help me do the same thing? And those are the people that get good results. I'm not going to lie. It's like the opportunity in barbering. I want to let you ask your question. I feel like I'm yapping.
No, go ahead. Keep going. It's good.
The opportunity in barbering right now is insane, bro. And that's what people don't realize. Like, the opportunity as a barber in 2025 is ridiculous, right? Like, more than ever, you can charge a lot of money. You can get a lot of freedom. Like seriously think about like what other business model is so entry level that anyone, because there's such a low barrier of entry, but there's such a high bar for like actually doing good. Because at the end of the day, anyone can pick up a clippers, anyone can be a barber. But like, I feel like there's different stages. Like, first stage is like, oh yeah, I just want to be a barber. You get clippers, you cut up your brother, you cut up your friend, and then you kind of quit because it gets hard. And then there's gonna be people that don't quit. And they're like, okay, this is cool, but okay, I'm charging like $25, I'm charging like $40. I'm kind of making like a little bit above average money, but they just kind of stay average. But it's like average for a barber is good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you're 18 making 25, 40 an hour. Like, it's good money.
Yeah.
16 making 25 an hour. Like, it's really good money compared to what a normal 16-year-old. So like the opportunity is there, but then you have like the cutoff, and the cutoff is like the people who are like, damn, like I see this as a potential, like a real business. It's like, like you could scale this to the moon, right? It's like any other business, right? But a lot of people don't view it as a business, I feel like.
Hey, real quick, if you're still watching or listening, congratulations. You don't have the attention span of a goldfish, and it also seems like you like what you're listening or watching. So why not subscribe, leave a comment, like, or if you're in a podcast platform, leave us a review. It helps us out more than you think. All right. Let's get back into it. Yeah, I think that I guess people started as a side hustle first.
Yeah, exactly.
Like how you started. I remember you told me you started at your parents' garage.
I was like, you can make a little bit of extra money, do some haircuts.
Like $20 here, I'll cut my hair, I'll do it for free, etc. So based on all that and all the barbers that you've talked about, do you think that barbers usually underestimate how much it takes to really succeed in the space, or do you think they overestimate as in how hard they should be trying?
I feel like they overestimate how hard it really is, because I feel like at the end of the day, it's not some like crazy, difficult thing to succeed as a barber, because you can always break it down. It's like, okay, if you want to make, like, everyone's like, oh, I want to make 10,000 a month, right? It's like, okay, what is that? It's like $60.
Yeah.
That's what, like 40, I think it's 43, around like 43 haircuts a week at $60. That's pretty achievable, right? Like, it's nothing crazy. But I feel like what separates the people who, it's just how serious people are, right? Like, think about any other business owner. They're going to be knowing how much they make. They're going to be knowing their profit. They're going to be knowing all these numbers. But like, a lot of people don't even know that information. Like, it's like a bare minimum type of thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's like you obviously have your spreadsheets, you have your profit and stuff. That's a given with running like a landscaping business. But like with a barber business, where it's just like you're your own boss, you don't have a team. Well, you can get into that later, because there is ways to leverage this stuff, right? There's so many opportunities, right? Like, you can really take it to the moon, right? Like, how many barbers understand that you can have opportunities to make like multiple sources of income, right? How many barbers understand the fact that you can hire employees within? People will be like, well, you can hire employees, you're just a barber. But it's like, Okay, you can hire a marketing team. You can hire an assistant to help with your bank account, all right, managing your finances. You can hire an assistant to post your videos for you. You can automate a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I'd say the people that are operating at that level, there's very few. Like I know myself and maybe 2 other people in the DMV that are operating at that level.
Really?
Maybe two
Only
other
two
people.
other people? That's crazy.
And that's like maybe the 1%. And I'm talking people that are actually charging like, $80 to $100 a haircut. People that have editors, people that have, they know their exact profit off the top of their head. They update spreadsheets daily. They plan out their marketing. They have a marketing team. Like, yeah, probably a couple other people in the DMV.
That's interesting. So before we get into the weeds of how this whole kind of enterprise works for you, I want to know, the Bristol I met a year ago is completely different from the Bristol that I have in front of me right now.
You think so?
I think so. I think you definitely took things a little more seriously.
Moving out.
The whole moving out thing changes the responsibilities. I got to do this now. Like I really got to make this shit work. And before we started recording, we kind of talked about it as in how like people don't take life seriously because they don't feel like the sense of urgency of
they don't have pressure or urgency
because of the comfortability of like their life, right? Like they either live with their parents or they just don't need to pay bills, or that is just how they were raised. Like they were raised with like, a blessing to not have to worry as much, but it also is a curse because that sense of being comfortable kind of suppresses the ambition of growing more, right? So based on that, what is kind of one thing that you had to let go, or you had to like that version of you had to die in order for this Bristol to come out and build out what you did?
Yeah. I would say I just had to stop, I had to stop waiting on other people, right? Like, for example, I guess like moving out, it's like when you're running a business really young, like a lot of, like obviously the biggest thing is your parents. Like your parents aren't always going to understand it. Yeah. But it was kind of like accepting the fact that like, okay, maybe they're not going to understand 100% of what I do, but I can kind of show them, right? And there's so much that comes with moving out. It's like, yeah, you have the pressure, the urgency, but even back to like family, right? It's like now, it's a blessing to see my family. Like I value time with them so much more because it's something that's not given to me every day. Yeah. And it's the same thing for them. Like when I actually come over to their house, there's that time is so much more valuable. There's no arguing. There's no there's nothing. Yeah. Because like we both value that time because it's not something that happens every day anymore where you get sick of being around your siblings, being around your family. Yeah. Right. And then the other thing is like you said, it's how you're raised, right? I would say like for me, everyone's raised different. Like some people struggle growing up. Some people have it like made and they're given everything. Yeah. Right. I'd say for me, well, my dad was in the army, so it was like moving every couple years. And so the way the army works as a career is like, if you're in the army for a long time, you're given a lot of bonuses, you're given stability, as in like you get a housing allowance, right? My parents' house, it's pretty nice. It's in Burke, but it is paid for by the military, right? So, and they have like a grocery allowance, right? And they have all this stuff. So back to like growing up, right? Like me growing up, I'm not gonna say I was struggling because I wasn't. I knew that I had the stability from the military, but I was also lucky enough to where my dad was like kind of hard on me and I didn't like it at the time. Hard in the way where he was like to put it like straight up, he was like I don't owe you shit mentality. So he would be like, oh yeah, like this money, like it's kind of mine. Like, I'm working for it. You know what I mean? So it would be like, okay, it would be like this. It would be like a car, right? Okay. I went to Robinson, bro. Like there's a lot of like really rich kids there. Everyone's getting their first car, right? And then I was like, yo, dad, like I'm kind of tired of like, getting rides from other people and walking. Like, you think you can help me out with the car? He was like, oh yeah, I'll help you out get a car. Let's go look for a car. I was like, for real? But okay, so he thought when I said help me out with a car, he thought he meant just like look for it and like check underneath, make sure there was nothing wrong with it, make sure I wasn't getting scammed on Marketplace.
Nah, bro, wanted a guy.
He was like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay for this. I was like, damn, okay. So it was like, it was one of those lessons as like looking back is so like, I'm so thankful that, and like, I'm so proud of myself too. Like my younger self, bro, maybe it's not a big deal. Like I bought my own car cash in high school, right? Like from barber money, right? Like, I feel like that's something that looking back, I didn't think it was a big deal, but now I'm like, damn, I'm really proud of myself for that. So it even starts with stuff like that, right? It's like, okay, yeah, like I know military to be like, I don't have to make this work, but if I want nice things or if I want my way, I have to make it work, right? Like if I want to do things my way, or if I don't want to have to just live the life that like my parents want for me, I kind of have to go out and get it myself, right? So that was a big thing, like the car thing, right? Like that was where it started. I'm trying to think if there's anything else with that story because I low-key blanked. But yeah, the car thing was funny. I mean, even my dad was like, yeah, bro, so like, what's your budget looking like?
Damn.
he took me to see like this shit box, bro. Like I don't know if you know like a Scion TC. He took me to a junkyard. He took me to a junkyard. It was like a Scion TC with like 100,000 miles.
That's crazy.
He was like, bro, we could tune this thing, bro. Like,
He said we could tune the shit box.
Yeah, bro. He was like, hey, bro, like, you know, don't tell your mom like it's a nice car. Like, don't tell your mom the mileage. Like, let's just get it. I waited off. I got the Acura because my dad was like, yeah, bro, if you tune this, it'll be fast. So I was like, okay, bet. He was like, we'll tune it together. But that was good. Like, that was a good start. Like, me getting my own car. And then, like, later on, with the parents thing, too, it's like, my parents were always really worried, like, if I was making a mistake by being a barber. Because, like, this big thing. It's like, bro, you're being a barber? Like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, what are you doing with your life, bro?
Yeah.
But because they wanted me to go to school, obviously, and I finally dropped out. I remember last time I was in school.
Yeah, you're still in school.
I finally dropped out.
When did you drop out? Like
I dropped out at the beginning of this semester. Yeah.
Dang.
So I finally dropped out because a couple people were
now
like,
you check the box, college dropout.
yeah, I'm a college dropout now. It's like, it just didn't have the time. Like, it wasn't working out. Bro, college was ridiculous, bro. Like, bro, bro, had I started college on the podcast? I think I did. Last year, I started college or not? I don't remember. Bro, maybe I didn't say too much about it on there, but now that I'm dropped out, I don't care, bro. Bro, I showed up to 1 week of class and I never went back because I got a parking ticket at Mason, bro. I got a parking ticket at Mason. I was like, bro, F Mason, bro. I never went back. I started doing online classes because I realized I could still pass if I just did the work online. So I did like online for a week's ChatGPT. And then, like, I found this one kid, bro. I found this one kid that was, like, my client, bro. And he was low-key smart. And he was in high school. And he was like, yo, bro, I be doing people's homework. Like, let me know. Boom. $500 a month. You managing my entire schoolwork.
Really?
The tests.
No
the assignments. Shit. Yeah, the tests. What? The assignments. Like, literally everything. I was like, okay, bro. Yeah, dude. $500 a month plus bonuses plus free haircut bonuses. I was like, bro, if you get all A's, $100 bonus, right? Like,
bro, you could have just cheated all the way through college.
Yeah, I mean, I could have, right? Except he got bagged.
Oh, he got bagged?
He got bagged.
How?
So on the final, actually, I don't think he got bagged. So he's a kid. And I kind of trusted him a little too much for being a kid. So on the finals, on the day of the finals, bro hits me up and he's like, yo, bro, I'm so sorry, but I had JV soccer tryouts, bro, at the same time as the finals, and I didn't take any of the finals, bro. So I failed my entire semester because bro skipped my finals for JV soccer tryouts.
Fucking JV soccer tryouts.
He's like in 10th grade.
Not even varsity.
He was in 10th grade.
Dude, I would have crashed that.
They didn't even make the team.
He didn't even make the team.
So I was like, okay, bro, either I try and find someone else or I just kind of like sunk costs. I just move on. So I was like, okay, it's a sunk cost. I'm done. Like,
dude, so how many months did this go? Like,
this was for my entire first year.
12 months. You spent $6,000 on this kid?
I did, and then I was also paying tuition. So it was like $4,000 a semester.
You spent $10,000 on college and got nothing out of it.
I burned $10,000 in college. The only thing I learned is just like, okay, it's just
not worth it.
It's not for me, bro. And then that's another funny thing with college. I have a lot of memories. Probably was too scared to talk about this, and I'll talk about a lot more in this one because I'm out of that shop. But yeah, bro, in that shop, I remember one thing. All these kids from Mason that had like internships that were maybe from my school or other people's clients, like, bro, they would try and ego me. Like, they're trying to lil bro me. They'd be like, yo, bro, yeah, man, so I just got a $50 hour internship. I actually just copped this new watch, man. It's $50 an hour. Like, if you ever want help finding a real job, man, just hit me up. But they would say it in like a passive aggressive way. It would be so funny. They'd be like, oh, bro, I remember you're charging 25, you're charging 40 now? Not bad, man. Like, what's that, 40 an hour? Be like, but anyways, man, I know you're at Mason, I'm at Mason. Like, if you ever want help getting a real job one day, bro, just hit me up, man. I'll be happy to help you out,
they try
bro.
to belittle you.
Yeah, you. It would be funny, bro. I'd be like, I think I'm good. Like, I think I'm kind of, planning to be a barber. Like, I don't know. I don't really think I need that, but I would just be like, I appreciate you, bro. But that was one thing that was just so funny to me. It's like, do they really not think that like barbers are making money like that? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe because a lot aren't. But yeah, college is done.
College is done.
I'm not going back to
Dude,
college.
is there any lesson that you took from college at all?
Like lesson, the only
Anything at all?
dude, I don't count it as participating. Like I didn't go to college. I'm not gonna lie. Like it doesn't count. Like I can't say I went to college. I went for 2 days.
You went for 2 days and then
on my
automated that
second day
shit.
I quit. I remember I was with my granny last week and I was like, yo, cause she still thinks I'm in college, but she thinks I'm online. So I was like, oh yeah, you remember like, you know, when I went to class, maybe it's because she's old. She dead ass couldn't remember. And she lives with me. She lives with my parents. So I was living with her. It was just me and her at the house. I would go to class. And I remember one time she bagged me because I came home early. And she's like, aren't you supposed to have class right now? I was like, oh, they canceled it. But she can't even remember me going to college. She was like, wait a minute, you used to go to college? I thought you always been doing online. I was like, bro.
Damn.
I used to tell her I was in class and I would be at the barber shop. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
I used to tell her I was in class and be at the barber shop. There's so many examples of college. There's so many
That's
examples
crazy.
of college. But
what were you in college for?
dude, okay, so I was in college for electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering.
Then I switched it because they were like, oh, you have to take a lot of it in person. So I was like, okay, after that, I switched to not cybersecurity. I can't even remember what my major was. Oh, management information systems, which is like business IT, which is what everyone was doing. And I remember, choosing it because I thought that like, okay, not to sound like cocky, but like I thought that like 70K a year was like low-key a lot. Like I thought that was like rich, right? I didn't realize that was kind of like, you know, there's more to life. Average. Yeah. So when people were like, okay, you do this when you're 22, you're making 70K a year. I was like, damn, okay, bet, say less.
Say less.
72. I mean, I was planning to make more like 100, but I was like 70. And then I don't know, business, you can make a lot more. Right.
You can make a lot
But it's
more.
not even about the money. It's about the freedom. It's just like being fixed at 70.
Yeah, dude. I remember, same exact scenario, dude.
Right?
I was in high school. It was sophomore year and I was looking online.
Yeah.
I was looking online for like the jobs that pay the most.
Right? Yeah, I remember. Bro, that's the Canyon event. What jobs pay the most? I was going to go whichever one.
Top salaries.
Yeah.
Top salaries. Because I was like, okay, my parents wanted me to go to college so bad.
So, bro.
Like, bro, it was like...
They think that's the only way to succeed.
Pipe dream. The pipe dream. My mom would like...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. God bless my mom. I love her. But damn, that lady.
Bro, yeah.
Every day. But literally, I would just search up, well, what jobs pay the most? And it was like lawyer, doctor, neurosurgeon, this and this and that. I was like, okay, I think a lawyer or a doctor sounds cool. So I was like, okay, what do I have to do? Go to college, finish high school, go to college for 4 years, go to law school for 10 years, or go to fucking doctor school, medicine for like another 10 to 12 years.
I was like, I don't know, man.
And I was like, dude, I cannot wait until I'm like almost 30 to make some kind of money.
That's what I thought too. I thought it would have to take it till you're 30.
Dude, it's insane. Like, why
is this like the expectation? Yeah, why is this the expectation? I think it's two things too. It's like, bro, in school, they really like, I don't know, in high school, they kind of like planted this idea in your mind. Like looking back, now that I see my brother, he's in his senior year going through it. It's actually really interesting because he's the age that I was when I was going through all these thoughts, right? But he's a lot more, okay, I'm going to play it safe. I've tried to teach him to become a barber. He's not really like...
Yeah.
He was really talented. I'm not going to lie. Like his cuts were amazing. And then he was just like, bro, it's too much work. Like that's what he said. Like
too much work.
He just doesn't have that same mindset right now. But whatever, right? But
How
it's
old is
like... He's 18 now. He works at Chick-fil-A. So he's like, he's just, average high school kid. But it's like, I try to put him on. He doesn't like the idea of business because... He's a very like, I don't know how he is. He's more like a play it safe type of guy. Like he doesn't like risk.
Okay.
Like, he's scared to take risks. Yeah. So, but it's like in high school, you go to high school, you ask the people there, bro, it's insane, especially depending on what high school you go to. I know my high school, everyone was going to college. I remember, bro, I could tell so many stories, but specifically, you guys, okay, I have to tell this story right now. This kid that used to make fun of me, bro, for being a barber and little bro me constantly every day. He would be like, yo, teacher, bro, yo, this guy, like he put in his college application for engineer, but he's cutting hair. Like, I don't know. Do you think he's even like going to be an engineer? Like this guy would bro, it was annoying. Like, and he would little bro me. He'd be like, yeah, man. So like, I know you have your little business going, man, but my dad, he actually like, you know, he runs a business for real, bro. So if you ever need any advice, bro, just hit me up, bro. Like, I'm your guy. Like, he would little bro me, right? Like, it was in a disrespectful way. He'd be like, bro, $40 for a haircut, you're tripping, bro. Like, I'm never paying that much, bro. My dad knows real business, and he could even tell you, bro, that's too much, right? So just little bro. 3 weeks ago, I walk into DMVR in Falls Church, and this guy's in the entrance getting a day pass. Ooh, it was so funny. He's like, oh my God, Bristol, is that you? Bro,
No way.
it was the weirdest experience. I don't know if you ever experienced anything like that. It was so weird. He was like, bro, how you been, bro? I haven't seen you since high school, bro. It was so interesting, bro. And he was just like, oh yeah, bro. He's like, yo, do you go to this gym now, bro?
He went from low broing you to dig riding bro.
Yeah, it was
That's
so weird.
crazy.
It's a weird experience, but it was like the funniest part was I specifically remember in high school this guy telling me no one was gonna pay me $40 for a haircut. He was telling me that barbering wasn't a real career, and now he's here just like geeking about the fact. I remember there's two things. So first thing, he was like, I guess he's back from college, but he was like, oh, like, you know, you be coming to this gym getting the day pass? I was like, kind of, and he was like, oh yeah, like I'm getting the day pass. I was like, nice, bro. Yeah. I used to get the day pass too, or whatever, right? Like normal conversation. But then he kind of found out that like this is my main gym. He's like, wait a minute, bro. This is your main gym? What?
Oh, hell,
it was just DMVR, bro. Like,
bro got fans. Bro got fans.
Bro started glazing. He was like, bro, no way you come here every day, bro.
No way, Bristol. Oh my gosh. BDB cuts,
Bro,
bro.
I don't know. It was so funny. And then the other thing was like, he was like, oh yeah, bro, like I heard you moved out. Like, where do you live now? And I was like, oh, I don't live in Burke anymore. And then he was just like, I don't know. It was funny, but it's like, I just specifically remember this guy basically telling me that like I was cooked, right? Like that was his whole thing. Like back in high school, I was cooked, right? But it's like now this guy is like acting completely different. So it was lucky a funny situation. It's like full circle.
Do you
like,
think? Because I experienced that not from like. I'll say from some people in high school I've experienced.
Yeah, right.
And some strangers here and there, but it's weird because it's like. Bro, you did not feel like that beforehand.
Yeah,
why do you
they
feel like
kind of
that
act
now?
like it never happened, right?
It's like so weird. It's like I remember you not only made fun of what I was trying to do, but also be little bro me, or like make fun of me, and I'm just like, well, where's that energy now, buddy? Like,
yeah, now
you
it's
know?
almost like I don't know. I kind of don't ever address it though. Like I don't know. I don't feel like it's immature to just be like, oh yeah,
it
like,
exactly is,
you
but
didn't believe in me back then.
It's an internal thought.
I remember it. I don't know if you remember it. You definitely remember it. I definitely remember it, but we're not gonna say anything. We're just gonna pretend like it never happened. You know what I mean? We're just gonna pretend like it never happened, but we both remember. So it's like,
yeah,
it is funny.
It is funny, but
People
like,
kind of assume you just forgot. Like I don't know.
yeah, no, it's crazy, but I mean,
It's a big thing. That comes with
being the bigger person, you know, you got
things coming full circle is great. Do you feel like things have ever come full circle like with your parents too, like since moving out? Because I feel like that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, as in like, so like with my parents whenever I lived with them, it was always I wouldn't say really clashing heads, but they just had. This is expected a lot from me, right? And like rightfully so, right? Which is, I think it's good. Expectations are good, but like the constant like do this, like, do that. I'm just like, at that point, my mindset was like, bro, I'm just trying to chill. Like, I really just want to get some money. I just want to chill, play with my friends, play some video games. Like, just let me be. But then like, I quickly realized, and I realized this lesson very early on. The moment like. Your parents ask you to do something, right? And like, okay, you do it, whatever. But like, at some point, you want to do that thing for your own, right? Like you take the initiative and you do it for yourself, and you feel better. So therefore, you keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And the moment someone tells you to do it, you're like, all right, I don't want to fucking do this shit anymore, right? The same thing happened with like wanting to get ahead and wanting to like do something with my life, right? My parents would always be like, hey, you know, like you got to do this, you got to get a job, you got to go to college, you got to do something with your life, like you got to make money, like don't be like us, blah 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 blah, you know? And I was like, bro, okay, bro, like I got time, it'll be fine.
Oh, this is my brother.
I'll be fine.
I got time.
Yeah,
he spams that.
And then I swear, bro, it was like a whole epiphany. I remember this like it was yesterday, like little junior year of high school, everything just clicked.
Junior year, yeah.
Everything just
It's
clicked.
literally junior year, like rock bottom.
Oh shit. It was like it wasn't even really rock bottom. I think it really had a lot to do with like the whole like pandemic thing and like the whole COVID-19 thing, but just the fact that I had so much time to be with myself.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, me too. It was time with
just,
myself.
I was just literally be in my room like in class, just not paying attention, just looking at the ceiling, like, dude, like I cannot do this. I have to do something.
That was
and
me.
I had a job, you know, whatever. I was making money, but I was like, dude, like I want to make more money. I need to make more money.
Yeah.
And that's when I told you, like, I searched up like the highest paying jobs, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, no. I was like, and then I searched up who are the richest people in the world?
Yeah.
Richest people in the world. And it was always like it was either like some prince, some oil tycoon, or it was some entrepreneur that made some kind of company. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, CEO. What the hell is a CEO, right? A chief executive officer. Okay, this guy runs a company. Okay, is that his company? And then I started like going deeper and deeper and deeper into like the whole business world. And I was like, holy shit, like these people are making like hundreds of millions, like hundreds of millions of dollars. Like not $100,000, not $200,000.
Yeah, it blows your mind. It blows your mind.
It's like pennies to them.
Yeah, because it's like we're in school where it's like, bro, you college, you know, like it's still kind of not funny to me, but it's like just a little bit, it reminds me of my old perspective when I hear people be like, yeah, bro, like after college, bro, I'm looking to get a 6-figure job. It's like, okay, that's great. But it's like, I thought that was the upper pinnacle back then. Like I thought that was the pinnacle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
I thought that meant freedom. I thought that meant like crazy. But once you kind of start hitting that number, you realize that, okay, so there's more, definitely there's more out there. And when you're in control of your income, like you can get out what you put in. It's like, it's addicting. It's like, I got to keep going. Mm-hmm. You know, 100K. Okay, cool. Like
exactly.
you do want more, but sometimes it's not even about the actual like money stuff, but it's like, okay, I just want to do better. Cause I know I went from 0 to 100K. If I can do that, I can do anything, whatever. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And I was talking to another friend, his name is Michael. I was talking to him probably like yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And we went into the topic of like, whatever gets you to your first million is not going to get you to your first 10 million.
100%.
It's not going to get you to your first 100 million. So based on that, what do you think is like your relationship with money now as you've grown financially and you've gotten more and like, you know, you went from your first K to your first 10K to your first 100K. How do you think that relationship expanded?
God willing, bro, one day we'll be at the first million, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
But I will say, so the craziest part for me was my lifelong, like not lifelong, but like I said, I wanted to make 100K in a year. Mm-hmm. And I thought that would be achievable maybe at 25. Mm-hmm. And when I kind of realized, like, I didn't even realize that I did this until I looked back and I was like, damn, like at 18, my 18th year, my senior year of high school, from cutting hair, I did 100K while I was a senior in high school. Mm-hmm. So I was like, damn, like, whoa, that shifted my perspective on money. A year ago, that was when I started making serious money because I got out of high school. I had so much more time. You know, I'm bringing in like, you know, over 5 figures every month off my haircuts. And it gave me a big ego. Mm-hmm. I remember blowing money. I remember going to like nice restaurants, taking unnecessary like, trips. Not all the time, but like sometimes the trips. Biggest thing was like restaurants. I think the other thing was low-key like, what else was I spending my money on? Clothes, that was a big thing. Right. I think the more money I got, the less I started blowing, the less I started trying to like look rich. But back in high school when I was charging, actually it's funny, it's like a linear progression. It's like me trying to look rich and blowing money on clothes, and like the actual money I made is like opposite. Because when I was buying like designer stuff and nice sneakers and like trying to look really rich was when I was making $12 an hour at Chipotle. As I started to make a little more money from cutting hair, I started buying like Polo, okay, a little bit, you know, not like I'm working as a dishwasher, I'm buying Louis Vuitton.
That's crazy. That's insane.
I'm making twice that.
That's insane.
I'm buying Polo, right? It's like, okay. And now I don't care. Like this is Polo Assassin. This is like $5. I don't care. Like I wear whatever now. It's comfortable. Like I don't care. Cause I feel like
quarter zip.
Yeah, you don't. But like, you don't need to blow your money. But but I do spend money on other things. It's like it just depends on what you spend your money on, right? I guess back then, like at some point you have a scarcity money around mindset.
Okay.
or a scarcity mindset around money where you're like, okay, I don't want to spend any of my money. You start making a little bit, but you still live with your parents. So you don't really see the true value of money, right? Because you don't have expenses. When you don't have expenses, it's such a blessing, but you don't value money as much. Like, you obviously don't. When you don't have expenses, you don't value money. Money is just like a plaything. Money is just like a toy, right? Okay, yeah. Imagine me making, 5 figures a month off haircuts with no expenses, living with my parents. Imagine how big of an ego I had. I thought I was on top of the world. I thought I was like rich. And it was funny because my mom would always be like, wait until you get some real expenses. Like, wait until you move out and start handling bills.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And she used to always say that to me as like a challenge. I was like, okay, bet. Like,
and then
okay.
you did.
Yeah, that's what kind of prompted me to do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, bet. So I was like, okay, bet. Like, now what are you going to say? Like, when I actually do it, when I actually move out, like, what are you going to say? And that was kind of like a thing because she would challenge you. She'd be like, yeah, I see you're doing whatever, but like, you're not leaving school. Like, so that was like a big thing, right? And then it was like, okay, bet. When you have expenses, it makes you more serious. Just like the other thing, you're just way more serious with expenses, and you do value money more. Like, you don't want to be wasteful with it. Yeah, you don't want to waste it.
And you gotta give some level of respect, like it's a tool more than it is like
it's a tool. It's a resource.
Anything else.
Yeah,
like you use it to either grow a thing, give it to people, help things out, right?
And you just learn to like balance that, right? It's like there's play money, and like I said, there's play money. Like honestly, now the only things I spend money on is eating out, which I try and justify in a way because like, okay, it saves me time, and then the car. Gas. The car is like
the brand new car, the brand new Supra.
Yeah, the Supra is like dopamine. And then the Acura too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I started spending money modding out the Acura. That was dopamine. It was like, that was my little like escape. Like, I have a good day, I have a good week, reward myself. I'm like, okay, 500 this week. I can take it. I can put it towards some new parts for the Acura if I want to. And I can work on that with my dad. And like, to me, that's that's justifiable. Even with the Supra now, like they're so expensive, bro. Like, dude, it's at least 1,000 a month in expenses. But it's like honestly, it's a lot, right? It's like ridiculous. But to me, I feel like with cars it's different because some people do blow money on cars because they want to have lifestyle inflation, which is like the worst thing ever. They want to have lifestyle. But like me, not gonna lie, I just like driving. Like I was having just as much. I won't say just as much fun. I was having fun driving the Acura. And I have fun driving a new car. Like I have fun driving. It doesn't matter what car it is. Like, I can drive my dad's car. It's like a manual. It's like an old ass car, a manual V8. Like I have fun driving that. So it's like I enjoy driving, to be honest. That's the biggest thing. I enjoy driving. So it's like, to me, it's that thing that I can spend money on within reason. And it's like, okay, cool. And I spent money on a car. And I also justify it again because it's like it is. That one hobby that I have with my dad, which is like a really good connection. We go for a drive, we go work on a car. Great hobby. So
and I think that's healthy, like having something that you can reward yourself on and not just be grind mode all the time because that gets tiring and then you get burnt out.
You get burnt out.
I think that as you grow and as you make more money and as you become more successful, as you have more responsibilities, not just as a leader or as a business owner, but also like an employer, right? You have editors, you have a media team. I think you have a salesperson as well. Yeah. Like Bristol last year didn't have any of that.
I did.
You maybe had one editor or something.
I have more responsibility, more pressure.
Exactly. So I want to dig into that. Like, how does that feel? Like knowing that everything that you do, every step that you make, kind of in some way, shape, or form impacts other people as well.
It's a huge thing, right?
How does that
So
feel?
I specifically remember last month I hit my biggest month with the barber education business, right? And like I hit my biggest month with that, and like the number was like big, right? Like it was like 30, right? So the 30K month, I was idolizing the 30K month.
Just on the program.
It was, yeah. Damn. So I was idolizing the 30K month for like a year. Right, I was like, my life is gonna change when I make this type of money. Well, it was with both combined. It was with also cutting hair. Okay. So it was like probably like 7 of it came from cutting hair. Okay. So it was like still, I was like, bro, my life is gonna change so much when I make this money, and it didn't. Obviously, we all know that. Yeah. Everyone knows. Life doesn't change when you make a certain money. I was like, you know what? This is a goal I promised myself. I bought the car. And then it's like, now you're in the stage, you have that little moment where it's like, what's next? I'm sure you know what I mean, right? It's like, obviously you always want to set bigger goals, but you have that, you're not tired of that yet. You realize your life didn't really change. It's like, bro, do I really want to, like, well, what is my life going to do? And then I had the thought, like you said, and I was like, hold on, you know, because the thing is, like, for me and the way I am with my team, it's like I genuinely only like work with people because I have a small team. I only hire the people that I care about, bro. My editor, my social media manager is one of my day ones. Like, he used to get free haircuts by me, right? And it's my little brother's best friend. Like, I look at him like a brother, right? And so it's like, okay. And then my salesperson, like, I've been with him for a while. He's a friend of a friend. He's like a good friend, right? And he makes commission. So it's like, who am I to say that, oh, I'm just going to chill here and not keep growing? Or who am I to get lazy when I have people that need to be paid?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I know my sales guy, Kevong, I know that he has his own reasons on why he needs to make more money, right? And so, especially because he's making a commission, how is it fair at all for me to just be like, well, I made this and I'm just going to stay here? No, we have to keep growing the business because at the end of the day, he has to eat too, right? And he has big goals that he needs to achieve. So I need to make sure that he's able to keep growing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it's my responsibility for him, right? It's only fair, right? And someone I care about.
Yeah.
Same thing with Moshi, right? Moshi is a guy who is my little brother's best friend. I look at him like a brother.
Yeah.
Right. That's the other thing about having a team, bro. Like, the amazing thing is just being able to, like, genuinely see these people grow, right? Like, I remember Moshi. Dude, if Moshi's watching this, shout out Moshi, bro. He's still in high school.
Shout out Moshi.
I remember, like, so Moshi used to be in my class. Like, long story short, like, Moshi used to be in my class. I was like, bro, let me practice on your hair. He was like, no, bro, you suck, right? He was my little brother's friend, so he was just like, no, bro, you suck. He started going to me. He started getting haircuts. And then, you know, I remember telling him I was moving out, and he was one of the only people I told. He's like, damn, bro, like, that's actually insane. Like, I genuinely can't believe it, right? He was pretty surprised. And that was when he started getting this idea of, like, hey, I kind of want to make money. I think, like, you know, I kind of almost, not to, like, but I showed him what was possible, right? So I was like, damn. So he starts hitting me up being like, I want to do a side hustle. I want to do reselling. I was like, okay, well, at least he's dipping his toes in the water. Like, we all looked into reselling.
Dude, I looked into reselling.
We all looked into reselling. He's dipping his toes in the world of running a business.
Yeah.
I post looking for editor. He swipes up. He's like, yo, me. I'm like, are you serious about this, bro? Right? And he was like, yes, I'm serious about this. And I'm sitting here and I'm planning. I'm like, okay, I know he's a good worker. Like, I know he's a hard worker. I know he's going to respect me enough to do the work. I'm going to give him a chance. This was like a couple months ago. I'd had other editors that kind of sucked. I was like, okay, Moshi, I actually care about him. I'm going to give him a chance and I'm going to map it out for him. Right. Okay. So I'm like, okay, he's working at Chick-fil-A with my brother. Right. His goal is to make however much per month. I think it's like $2,000 a month, right? High school, working like, you know, a couple hours a week.
Yeah.
How much is Chick-fil-A paying you? $12 an hour. Okay, we're gonna start you at 15. We're gonna start you at 15 per video. Once you get good, I'm gonna go to 20 per video. That's more than your managers are making, right? So if you pull this off and you do a good job working with me, not only do you have an opportunity to make more than your managers at your current job that you don't like, but you have an opportunity to take on more clients. I'm gonna refer you to more barbers. It's gonna give you freedom. It's gonna whatever, right? So at the end of the day, like, I don't know, it does give me like some type of like fulfillment knowing that, you know, some close friends and some close family friends, like, I'm able to help give them a platform or opportunity to work with me and like teaching him, right? Because like the biggest thing is me and Yusuf, who are his second client, right? We've been teaching him to manage his time better. We've been teaching him to like structure out everything, right? So he's not kind of like missing days, right? Now he's about to quit his job and work for us full time. So it's just like seeing that is really fulfilling. And I'm glad I'm able to help him grow, to be honest. Dude, and it's funny because back to the parents, like, it's just so different how they see things. I was at my mom's house the other day, like with my mom and dad. They overheard, like, he's a family friend. They overheard the conversation about him leaving his job. Ooh, it was bad. Like, they were like, really? They were like, you know, you're a bad influence on this kid. Like, that's how they view it. They're like, you're a bad influence on this kid. Like, he's going to leave his job to edit barber videos for you. I was like, yeah, but I kind of, you know, I'm giving my point. I'm like, the way I see it is I'm giving him an opportunity to have his own freedom to make, you know, more than double what he makes. His parents were telling you that? My parents were telling me this because he's a family friend. Okay. Yeah. So they were like, you know, you're being a bad influence on this kid. I was like, dang, that is crazy. Like, that's the way they saw it.
I mean, they're saying it because they care.
They are saying it because they care, exactly. But here's the other thing. It's like, okay, a year ago, I would have really taken this the wrong way. I'd be like, damn, bro, my parents don't believe in me. Like, they think I'm being a bad influence on this kid. You know, I would have probably they would probably argued, and this would have been like, I would have gone to my room and been like, you know, blown for the day. But I'm not gonna lie, like me living on my own is like, I have bigger problems to worry about. So I was like, okay, cool. And my parents are pretty mad. My dad got pretty heated. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why he got heated, but that's the benefit of living on my own. It's like, I don't have to be like, you know, like, how do I say? Like, I don't have to be arguing with my parents anymore. That's the biggest thing. Like, I was like, all right.
Anything to everybody.
Yeah, I was like, you know, you guys are kind of upset now. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and head home. You know, I came over here. I'm just gonna go home, and I went home. I just went home, and I was like, bro, it's cool.
Bro, press
like,
pause on his parents.
Yeah, I was like, it's okay. You guys can handle that. You know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep working with him. You know, I'm not gonna fire him. I'm not gonna tell him one way or the other. It's his decision what he wants to do for his job, whatever. And I was like, okay. I left it at that. I went home, did some work. I was good. It didn't ruin my day like it would have, you know, a year ago. And then that's the other thing. It's like, definitely parents value your time more, right? For me, it was really hard to get them on the same page, but things have definitely come full circle a little more with my dad, right? Like my dad, Army guy, never went to college, always wanted me to go to college because it was the one thing that he didn't do.
Yeah.
And I did feel bad. I felt like I was letting him down by not choosing college. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, he just wants to see us, like parents want to see us successful.
Yeah.
And that's what he told me. And I have conversations with him like that now. He's like, you know what? College, success, I see what you're doing makes you successful, right? Like, to me, I see you're successful. And that's all I really care about. He's like, whether you're, and I think he knows, my parents, they kind of like, I don't know how parents know, but they kind of caught on that I dropped out, even though I've never told them. They'd be making jokes about it. They're like, yo, what's your teacher's name? Like as a joke. God. And I'll joke back with them.
Yeah, they
like
definitely
they know. They're sharp to me. Like they're on to me. Right? My mom will be like, what are your grades? And I'll just be like, I won't even try. And like, I'll be bad at lying. I'll be like, I want to try to lie and make it convincing. I'm like, oh, they're pretty good. Like, so
that's
they
crazy.
both know. They both know that I dropped out, but I never had that conversation with them. Yeah. They kind of, do you feel like they know?
You know, to this day, my mother's still like, so when are you going to graduate college? Like, so what are you going to do? When are you actually going to get a career?
My granny, my granny's going to do.
And I'm like, mother, I make more than you and my dad combined. Like, what's going on?
My granny's still like that. She's like, just wait until you get a real job one of these days. But she's old.
When are you going to graduate college? When are you going to bring me a degree? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? I'm like, mother, like, you're employed, right?
Yeah.
And then I asked her, I was like, you're employed. You have a boss, right? Do you think your boss has a degree? She's like, I don't know, maybe that's how they got there. I'm just like, no, you can probably ask your boss probably doesn't have a degree, because why would he spend his time doing that?
And I think it's like, we show them what's possible, but I feel like a lot of parents are still so stuck in their way that like, okay, so I would say this is my parents' mindset now. My parents' mindset now is I got lucky. Like that's genuinely how they see it. They see it as, okay, entrepreneurship.
I think there's definitely a degree of luck.
Yeah, I think there is. I would say it's minimal. I feel like anyone can do it with the right work.
The more you do, the more lucky you get.
It's like the more inputs you do, the more luck. But I think the way my parents see entrepreneurship now, because it's always been a big topic, parents. I think the way they see it now is I was one of the few who got lucky. I feel like that's the way they see it, right? Because when I go to talk about helping out Moshi to start his editing business, like don't influence him to do that. He's not like you. Right, like that was a big thing that my parents said. They'll be like, "Oh, well, he's not like you. Like you got lucky." My dad literally said this. He's like, "Don't try and put your way of thinking on him." I was like, "What's so bad about my way of thinking?
What's so bad about my way of thinking? Making my own money, generating jobs."
I told my dad, I was like, you know, like skills are more valuable than a degree these days. He's like, I agree 100%. I was like, okay, so for your son and my little brother, who I care about, right? Let's be real with him that, you know, just going to college and not even knowing what he wants to do with his life is kind of unacceptable. My dad was like, yeah, I agree, but I don't want to have that conversation with him. Right. So it's like, I talk about, you know, helping him start a business. My mom, especially, she's like, you know, okay, well, yeah, you might be able to run a business, but your little brother is not capable of doing that. Like, that's how she thinks, right? You got lucky. He's not going to get lucky. Like, you can't repeat this, basically.
I think.
So I remember he was supposed to start e-commerce, and I have a lot of friends who are in e-commerce. So I remember it was like I was doing something bad, right?
Yeah.
I put him on the phone, a FaceTime with one of my friends who was doing e-commerce, and she walked in on him, and she like snatched the phone, acted like I was like doing something really bad, right? He was like asking how to start e-commerce. So one of my friends who's really successful in e-commerce, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, it was almost like a get that out, like from a movie.
No
she
way.
She was like, don't you ever put him on the phone with that person again. I don't want him starting that e-commerce stuff. He's in school. He's gonna go to school. I don't want him being a business owner.
Jesus.
I don't want him doing what you do. Don't ever talk to him about business again. Don't ever. She had that conversation with me. She's like, don't ever talk to him about business again. Don't encourage him to do that ever again.
Gosh.
Yeah, so it was like protective. It was like fear of like, what if, you know?
I mean, what if he fails, right? But then it's that thing. I mean, like, that's the thing.
There's nothing
like,
bad with failing. He learns. He actually tried.
Yeah. I think, well, failure is inevitable, right?
Yeah.
And I think the only way you truly.
It is a good thing. I feel like little bro could have been running up a crazy e-commerce business, but
or he could have failed
and learned.
He could have been like, okay, well, this didn't work out. I guess now I know that e-commerce is not my thing. I'll go on to the next thing.
Exactly.
But he's now gonna forever have that thought, like, damn, what if it worked out? My parents were, my mom specifically, she was always really worried. She was like, well, okay, what happens if you run out of money? What happens if you fail? What happens if, like,
it's always the what if, right? It's what happens when this stops working?
And I was like, Mom, what if it works out? What if, like, I blow this shit up? What if, like, make $1 million and then I retire you and then I get you a house and then you, like, never talk to me about this shit ever again? Yeah. And then she's like, well, that would be nice. And I'm like, okay, so then why would I not try?
I feel like at some point you kind of give up this whole idea of like proving them wrong, because like you kind of realize you're never gonna fully prove anybody wrong. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, you become numb to 100%.
It just comes down to, like, you got to show it. You gotta show it. You gotta show it.
You don't. Nobody owes you, trust in anything. Yeah, nobody trusts me. Nobody believes me. Nobody owes it to you because you haven't shown it yet. Yeah. Right? Because how many kids talk about what they're gonna do? I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna do this. Whatever.
And sometimes it might just be like a reflection of their own, like, insecurities or, like, in their past things. Maybe, like, they said they were gonna do this thing, and then they never did it. Or maybe they did and they failed and they got this whole trauma. Backlash from it, right? So maybe your mom tried something in her life, and then she was like, "Well, this didn't work out, so now I got hurt when it didn't work out." So she's trying to protect you and your brother.
Is passed down through generations, and I almost had that, like, realization. It's like, in the most respectful way, it's like the way of thinking that my family has held on to has kept us to a certain point, right? And that's true for everybody's family. My family's way of thinking has kept us to a certain point. And I remember having crazy conversations with my dad, and, like, it was looking back, like, I don't think he saw it as disrespectful. I don't think I saw it as disrespectful, but I crashed out one time, and, like, I told him,
damn,
I crashed out. He was getting, like, college, right? I was scared to be disrespectful to my dad, but this is the most disrespectful thing I ever said. And I was just like, bro, I'm in Robinson. Like, there's these kids that live in, like, Clifton. These people have generational wealth. I didn't really tell him, like, why don't you do this? But I was like, look, like, let's think about it like this logically. Our way of thinking has led us to here. Right? And I was like, what if I do something different? Right? I was like, I could take your advice, but at the end of the day, like, I love what you did. I respect what you did, but it's only got our family up until this point. Yeah. Right? And I was like, I'm trying to get to that next level. If you understand what I'm saying. And he was like, I kind of see where you're coming from. I was like, don't get me wrong, Dad. Like, I love what you've done. You worked your ass off, right? Like, my dad, he worked his ass off, right? Like, he got kicked out at 17. Yeah. He was crazy, bro. Joined the army, changed his life around, grinded his ass off for 30 years. Now he makes, like, 6 figures plus from the army, right? So he's doing good, right? But I was like, and now my dad has these conversations with me. He's like, damn, like, in a way it is crazy, because he'll say stuff to me where it's like, I worked my ass off to be able to make the money I'm making now. And he was like, damn, like, now you're doing more than me and you're 19. Like, you really did take that next step. And back then he thought I wouldn't be able to do it, right? It was more like, maybe one day you'll be able to continue on. Like, okay, he's here. I'll be able to get here and keep going here, right? Yeah. But really, I want to start where and that was something my parents always told me growing up, like, you got to do better than us, right? Like, each generation should do better. Yeah. So I told him that. I was like, bro, how am I ever going to do better than you if I don't make drastic changes to the way that our family runs things? Exactly.
How can you expect a different outcome doing the same thing
that was
over
the gist
and
of it.
over and over again, right?
Dad, how can I expect the same outcome? Like, your perspective is based off your life, right? And it's got you to this far, right? And I've taken your lessons and your perspectives, but I can't take all of them, because if I took all of them, I'd end up where you are. Exactly. And, like, in the most respectful way, right? I love what you've done, but, like, my long-term goal is to be better than you at your age. Right?
Way better, yeah. And it's not even like, I guess it sounds bad.
It sounds bad.
It sounds like you're not appreciative, but it's not that. It's just you respect everything that they've done so far.
Yeah.
Right.
For now
you, right?
we're here to like take the torch and keep going.
Exactly. And it's like, it would be a damn shame if they did all that just to end up exactly where they ended up. You know what I mean? Like no progress whatsoever.
Yeah.
If anything, it would just be disrespectful.
It's the same thing. Yeah. It's like, okay, I'm trying to really take it to the next level, right? I think moving out is another thing. Like, you know, with me and my dad, like moving out, we low-key became closer because it's like, like, you know, I feel like when you start paying the bills, like dads especially, like once you start paying the bills, like when dads especially, like they see you as like an equal, like they see you as like a friend now. Like my dad is more like
shit, man, how the bills going?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Shit's getting expensive, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is now. So it's like me and my dad are more like, you know, because at the end of the day, I feel like you have to respect things. It's like he has to have some level of respect. I mean, he's told me like that he respects it because he's like, you know, you have to. It's like seeing your son really do everything he said he's gonna do. Like makes me feel good. But yeah, it's definitely respecting. It's like more like, okay, now we're on equal playing fields because it's like I can kind of do what I want. Like I remember getting a tattoo was a big deal, right? I called my dad. I was like, yo, dad, like. I know you're gonna, my dad's tatted like on the shoulders or whatever. It's hidden, right? Yeah. So, but he was kind of, like I told him, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get tatted. He's like, oh, okay. When? I was like, in 1 hour.
No way. You called him at the barber shop? I mean, at the barber shop, at the tattoo shop?
I was at the gym on the way there in the car.
On the way there?
Yeah. So I was like, the appointment's in 1 hour. And then my mom was pretty mad, but my dad, he's like, it was funny. Like, yes, son. I was the same way when I was your age, man. He was like, yeah, bro, I was 19.
You gotta get it from somewhere.
He was like, I was living on my own. I was in the army. I thought I was the shit, man. I was paying all my own bills. Man, I bought a Mustang. I remember I thought I was the shit getting tattoos. He was like, you know what? He was like, you know what? Like, he was like, I can't really tell you anything. You're on your own. You pay your own bills. Like, you do you.
Right, like it's like this like financial hold of like, I pay the bills, so I get to like tell you what to do. Yeah. Now that you pay your own bills, you're like, oh well, like no one really tells you what to do because it's like your own responsibility.
It was always like my parents used it as a leverage. They'd be like, bro, who pays the bills around here, bro? You have to go to college, and they were right. Like me dropping out of college, I feel like the long-term plan was to move out so that I could justify dropping out. Because I feel like it would be disrespectful for them to be paying for my bills, paying for my food, and then not doing what they wanted with my life, and like being like, oh, F you guys, I'm not gonna go to college, but I still expect you guys to pay my bills. Nah, right now it's like, okay, at the end of the day, I'm in control of everything. I feel like it's a lot more fair for me. Like I don't feel guilty about it at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that big thing. It's like, dude, it's like that moment of responsibility. Dude, moving out, like you were the one who planted that seed in my mind. I remember you were asking about it. Yeah, like
I mean, like,
you
dude,
were the first guy to plant that seed in my mind.
It's like we were talking about. It's like we were talking about with everything. Like the worst case scenario, you just go back to your parents' house.
Back to them. Yeah.
You go back to what you were doing before, which honestly, it's not even that bad. Like you get to your parents' house, you have food, you have shelter, you have all this and all that. Like,
yeah,
you get to, if you have the opportunity to move out and live your life and figure out if this is something that you want to do and like experience how life really is.
What difference is moving out and living on your own than like going to a college dorm?
Yeah, exactly.
My mom thought it was a big deal because she wanted me to go away to college. Yeah. Because she was like, oh yeah, like, you know, all these other parents, they're sending their kids away to college. You have to go away to college. She was mad I was at Mason locally, right? Because she was like, you know, these other schools are offering you the same price as Mason to go away. You might as well go away. And she was like, I feel like you learn a lot going away. So I used that as leverage. I was like, yeah, you remember how you said you wanted me to go away, live on my own at college? She's like, that's different. I was like,
that is not different.
That's not different.
Like, if anything, it's better because you're not influenced by everything.
You're not influenced.
Bro, I'm telling you from experience, bro. You do not want to go to those. You do not want to go to those
college influences people. Gosh. I've seen it. I've seen friends. I worry for my brother a little bit because I know bro is easily peer pressured.
Like so. There's this thing called like unteachable lessons, right? So this concept of lessons that everybody has to go through, no matter how many times you've heard it before. Like for example, like don't chase this girl, or like,
dude, that's a big
don't
one.
do this, don't do that, don't let your friends influence you. Blah 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 blah. Like people will tell you this, and you're like, I'll be fine, bro. It's okay, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm different.
Until it happens.
I'm the exception. Yeah. Oh, it's cooked. So that is a canon event, bro.
That is definitely a canon event.
It's just like, bro, the lives we're living. You're 21. I'm 19. It is really different to other people our age. And it's like every time you kind of, I feel like I'm in my own bubble, bro. I don't know if you ever feel this way, But I do feel very different and isolated from other people my age. And
Yeah.
every time I kind of come back into contact with them, whether that's like old people from high school or at the gym, it is like that feeling. And it's just like it's like, damn, like, bro, I don't, in the nicest way possible, and like not being cocky or weird, but it's like I don't relate to people my age. And it's not, I know it sounds corny, but it's like I don't relate to people my age.
I think that's completely fine because you put yourself in a position of like you can't allow yourself to be like everybody else because then you will get the results that everybody else gets, right?
Exactly.
Like, and then you also have to realize the kind of sacrifice that you're doing it by choosing to be like everybody else, right?
There's sacrifice that comes with it.
You go out Friday night, you wake up Saturday hungover, you're lacking, you're not on your top, you're not in your game, you don't want to do anything, you have to recover, and then guess what? Saturday night comes out, oh, let's go party, let's go drink.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how people do that. I'm not gonna lie.
You wasted all of your Saturday recovering
cooked.
just to go get fucked up again. For what?
Yeah, it
and then
just doesn't make
Sunday,
sense,
same
bro.
thing, and then you got to get back to work on Monday. So
I
it's
can't
like,
do that.
how can you ever get ahead doing that? How can you ever do anything doing that?
You can't. That's how you just stay stuck in the same stuff, right? And it's like, I think I talked about this in the last one. I'm just glad I was never in that deep. Like I see my little brother, he's pretty influenced by people, but it's because he grew up more. It's where you grew up and how you grew up.
Yeah.
Right. My little brother grew up in a different place than me, right? Like we moved, so he grew up somewhere else than me, right? He has different friends. He grew up with different friends. But me, like you said, 11th grade, I think I talked about this in the last one. Moving here, being isolated basically for my entire junior year taught me so much. And the biggest thing it did was I couldn't go out to parties. I didn't really even talk to girls because I didn't really know a lot of girls from my school.
Right.
So I wasn't really talking to girls anymore. Yeah, I wasn't going out anymore. Like I kind of didn't do anything but work.
Yeah.
And I was the only one that wouldn't do anything but work.
Yeah.
And it was really isolating. It was pretty like boring, but it taught me a lot, you know?
They're coming out. Hold on.
Sure,
They're coming out.
yeah, it teaches you a lot. Is it gonna like, we gotta wait for the noise to die down?
Wait a little bit because,
I don't know if it's like noise isolating or.
Yeah, it's voice isolating, but this room echoes a lot.
Yeah. Dude, looking back, it's just like, I think we can all agree. It's like looking back, every hard thing that we've ever gone through in our life is such a blessing, right? There's so many of them. Dude, this summer was hard, bro. This summer was hard because I was in that transition phase where it was like every day I was waking up. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work?
The doubt started creeping in.
The doubt was killing me, bro. And I had rent at the end of the month. I remember there was a day where it was kind of like rock bottom because I was like, damn, bro, it really hit me. I was like, I've been doing this, like barber education, like the mentorship for like so long. It's still a $3K a month. I get past $3K a month. Like, what is wrong with me? I woke up. I remember like, I checked my bank account, like my savings, and I kind of just calculated like how many months of expenses I had left. Cause at this point I was making less than I did as a full-time barber. Like I sacrificed my income and financial stability for this barber education business that I started. And it looked like it was going to fail, right? It genuinely looked like it was going to fail. I couldn't break $3K a month. And you see all these people online with courses and you see them all rich. I was like, dude, what is wrong with me? Like, why is it taking me so long? First, it was because I was doing things the right way, right? My first year was completely focused on building a good product before I started marketing it to other people.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of it. Now I have leverage because I have one of the best products and one of the best fulfillments. So marketing's easier, obviously. But it's just all paid off. Like I wouldn't have had it any other way. But I do remember waking up, checking my bank account during the summer. And then, dude, here's the other thing that I love about just like how strong my faith is growing, bro, and how much being tested. Because what did I do when I checked how much I had in my bank account? Can't do anything.
Yeah.
I have however many months of expenses left before I'm dead broke. I don't want to even think about that, but it's a possibility I have to consider. I just started praying because it's like, what else can I do? Right.
Yeah.
I started reading the word more every day. I think that's the hard part about being a Christian too, bro. It's like, it's inevitable that when you're doing well,
you forget,
bro. Right. Like my entire, the most consistent I've ever been with my prayer and reading the word has been at my lowest points. And then it's just like, it's so hard to find time when you're doing well, bro, but it's a discipline thing.
It's not even a discipline thing. Cause actually, Michael, my friend that we did the podcast yesterday.
I think I saw one of your clips talking about this.
He actually said this, and it kind of changed the meaning of discipline to me. He said, he asked me what I thought the meaning was, and I said, okay, discipline is when you do something that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So for example, like when people would tell me like, how do you go to the gym every day after work, or like, how can you go to the gym, get up, whatever. I'm just like, well, I like doing it. I feel
like discipline isn't like doing what you have to do regardless of how you feel.
Regardless
of
how you feel.
Definition.
Exactly.
I feel like that's a good definition.
Okay, so there was this concept. It's called lower highs and higher lows, right? So when you're at the top of your game, when you're succeeding in life, when you have everything that you've ever prayed for, all the blessings have come true.
Yeah.
You often forget because there's nothing you ask for, right? Because you have everything. So there's nothing for you to ask for. Because usually when you pray, you ask for something like, God, please give me this. Please show me the way. Please do this.
Yeah.
But we don't think.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember that too. Because I remember, dude, like it was crazy hitting that big month. Because that's something that I had been thinking about forever. And going from literally couple months before opening up my bank account, and I didn't think I would go broke, right? But it's just like the idea of like, what if? I've never had that thought before, right? Like, how much months of expenses do I actually have saved up, and doing the calculations just so I know in the back of my mind, just in case everything goes to shit, right? So I'm just thinking that, and so I just woke up because October was a great month. Woke up November 1st. I was about to go look at the car with my dad. And I was praying, bro, and I was crying, bro. And I was just like, I can't believe this. Like, it felt great. I was like, Lord, I remember the time when I was praying to you because I thought I was going to go broke. I thought my business was going to work. I thought I made the biggest mistake moving out here. And why didn't I just stay becoming a barber? Like, online business isn't for me. I can't run some type of program, right? Programs suck. Everyone thinks I'm like a scammer or like a course seller. Like, you don't want to be those type of people.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? I don't want to be just a generic guy like selling a course because that sucks. Like, I don't even like those people. I don't want to be one of them.
Exactly.
I see them online. I laugh at them. I don't want to be one of those people.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, like, bro, everyone, like, no one, like, dude, just the insecurity, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie. It was the insecurity thing. Like, when my business was doing bad, it made me feel bad about myself. It made me very unconfident. Even like social interactions, like I noticed myself becoming, maybe it's because I was locked in the room all day, but I noticed myself becoming a little more anxious. I wouldn't talk to strangers. I would get really shy. I would feel like embarrassed a lot of times when my income was low, right? Lower than what I expected. Like I feel like my self-worth was kind of attached to my income.
Yeah. And that's something that's another lesson that you kind of have to detach yourself from the metrics a little bit.
More about the work.
Yeah.
To be honest, your self-worth should come from the work that you do.
From the work, from the purpose, the why you're doing this, not the what you're getting out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the same thing with the goals, right? You keep moving, the goalpost keeps moving, right? So you hit that 30K month, now what? You're going to hit 40, then you're going to hit 50, 60. The metrics themselves don't really matter as much as like why you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
You're doing this because you want to build the... Sorry?
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Huh? Oh, I can tell you when we're done. We're about to wrap up. I can go in now. I can tell you. Okay.
No worries.
Cool. Yeah. You guys enjoy. Okay. It's about business. Business.
I do business.
Really? What do you do?
I'm a consultant for IBM.
For IBM?
Yes.
Really? Who do you work for?
She thinks she's for IBM.
You work for IBM.
Yes.
What do you do for them? Like consulting as in what?
Consulting.
As in what?
What do you mean as in what?
As in like, do you consult them financially? Do you?
Tech consultant.
Huh?
Tech consultant.
Tech consultant?
I'm a tech consultant.
Nice.
Well, great.
No podcast, yes.
We'll talk.
See you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Have fun.
So tough. I just can't compete.
No, but
what's the podcast about?
business. I kind of do believe her though, but not really. Anyways,
I don't know.
no, yeah. So the drive, when the drive comes, there's different types of drives, right? So the hunger for money will only get you so far.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's almost like a shallow kind of purpose, as in like you're chasing this constant digit, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, with
That's what I was saying. Like once you hit it, you're like, bro, nothing's gonna change.
nothing changes, and it's like you celebrate for 5 seconds and you're like, okay, on to the next, and it feels so empty because you're like, okay, I thought I was gonna be happy when I hit this revenue goal.
You're not.
But then you hit it and you're like,
You're not. It doesn't change.
it doesn't change anything. So it's like,
Doesn't change anything.
you always have to fall back to the basics, to the foundation.
Did I
as to,
show
like,
up?
why you're doing
Did I
it.
do the work? Did I show up today and did I do the work?
Did I
Especially
show
when
up?
I didn't feel
Did I do
like
the
it.
work? Did this get me closer to my goals?
Yeah.
Am I making the impact, the change that I want to make? And if not, what do I have to do? Right. And constantly reminding yourself of the why.
The why is huge.
The why is what drives you.
Yeah.
Essentially, the why is why it drives anything, right? Why is Apple a thing? Apple's goal is not to be the richest fucking company in the world, right? They're not that. They're here to make great products that help people. That's it, right?
Yeah.
What's Amazon's purpose? Amazon's purpose is to deliver packages. Well, to be the everything store, right?
Yeah.
Everything store for everybody.
To provide a good service.
It's not to make $100 billion a year.
Yeah.
It's to be the everything store
And
for
that's the
everybody.
result. It's like, yeah, 100%. It's like when you detach yourself from the outcome or the money, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
it's input versus output, right? Like
Yeah.
a lot of people like to say, like even with being a barber, I don't know if I told this story, but like everyone likes 10K a month, right? Like 10K a month, whatever. Like that's a big number online. I didn't even realize I had hit that because I was so worried about posting content every day, marketing myself every day, doing really good haircuts. Like I was obsessed with, okay, every client that leaves my chair has to love the haircut.
Yeah.
They have to like be feeling themselves, like every client that leaves my chair has to have the best experience, right? I have to make sure I'm consistent with my marketing every day. I'm going to the gym every day. And then I didn't even realize how much money I had made until it was already past. Because I wasn't every day, did I get closer? Did I get closer? I just kind of let it happen and I focused on the input over the output. Everything changed.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's like the why, right? Because it's like I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, like that's the difference between the people who are like, because it's what it is, it's info, right? Like it's the info business. So that's what separates like these little like, Miami course seller people like you see
Not
online.
the Miami fucking core sellers.
Yeah, that's what separates those people from like the Alex Hormozy, because they're both in the same business.
Yeah.
But Alex Hormozy has companies
Yeah.
because then I feel like he has a bigger mission. Like he actually has to
Yeah, I mean,
impact.
his mission is making business education available for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. It takes a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
Therefore, he needs to make a lot of money.
And I feel like that's why I love YouTube, bro. Like I started YouTube since we last talked. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I think I started doing YouTube when I was in like
I think
fifth
everybody
grade?
wanted to be a YouTuber.
we all
at
wanted to
some
be
point.
YouTubers. I
Hey, that's
started
so
my
much
YouTube
fun.
channel in 5th grade.
You record and you make money and then you do whatever you want.
I started my YouTube channel in 5th grade and I quit and I started it back up again. And I've been doing vlogs. But the other thing I love doing is like, I just give free education. Cause like now I actually have authority and I have a platform where people are going to listen to me. Cause all the same stuff that I was trying to preach to my coworkers that they shitted on me for and was like, bro, get out of here, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Now people not only listen to me, and watch my videos, but they actually pay me to teach them too. It's insane. I'm so thankful. Like, dude, because I used to try and teach people. I told you I would teach a few people. These people only listened to me because they were younger than me. Anybody older than me, any friends that I had older than me that I tried to teach, except for Davo. Shout out Davo. Even Davo was skeptical, but now Davo's a little more on board. He was the most skeptical. Davo was the most skeptical because he was older than me. But everybody else that was older than me, they'll be like, bro, F out of here, bro. Like, they weren't trying to hear. Like, they would clown me. Like, they would laugh at me when I would try and teach these principles that I stand so strongly on. Like, charge a high price, market yourself every day, right? All these things that I always preach for barbers, like, don't worry about being booked out. Worry about how much money you're actually bringing home at the end of the day. Yeah. All this stuff. Make sure you know how many clients you're bringing. Make sure you know how much you're profiting. I would say this stuff in the barbershop. All 7 coworkers just start laughing, like, get a load of this guy. It was literally like a get a load of this guy.
Like, he actually knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, they'd be like, bro, you're doing way too much, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You're doing way too much.
Bro cares too much about making money.
They'd be like, bro, it is not that deep, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing way too much, bro.
Yeah.
But now it's come full circle. And it's like, okay, I have these YouTube videos that people actually watch, actually pay attention to. That's like the greater purpose, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro,
this guy.
now I'll even get people like DMing me and they'll be like, yo, I'm in school, I'm watching your YouTube videos, like I'm taking notes on the stuff you teach. Or people will be like, yo,
Same fucking thing, dude.
It's
You know how many
crazy,
people?
right?
You know how many people from high school would like tell me like same people that would be like, oh, your little videos, man. Like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you recording these little videos? Same people that would now say like, dude, I watch your videos. They're so inspirational, dude.
Dude,
like,
that's
I
the
really
best.
like what you're talking about. I think you should
when
definitely
it
keep it
comes
going.
full circle, that's like the
Yeah.
most insane thing.
It's absolutely crazy.
But yeah, it's nice to see like damn, bro, like I guess it's because I have like that credibility now that it's like now people actually listen to what I say.
Exactly.
Like I'm saying the same things that I was saying before, but now people actually listen to me and they trust what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I've been saying this stuff, but now y'all want to listen to me. It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
But that's the part I love about YouTube. So it's like Alex Hormozy again. I look up to him. Like no, like I'll glaze him. I look up to him. Like it's like the free value is huge, and I love being the guy that gives free value, and it gives you leverage in the info space. Free value is king because people want to charge money for all this information. I don't gatekeep anything. Like everything's for free on my YouTube. People like sometimes in the sales process, people will be like, "Oh, bro, what are you trying to sell me?" I'll be like, "I mean, if you really feel like I'm trying to sell you, bro, you just go to the YouTube and take some notes." Like that's literally what I'll tell them. I'll be like, "Go to my YouTube and take some notes, bro, and then you can come back here."
I mean, even that in itself is a leverage for the sale. It's like, okay, you can either come with me, pay me, and make this shit happen in 1 or 2 months, or you can go to my YouTube, watch however hours long, try to figure out what the actual steps are, try to figure this out by yourself, and it'll maybe take you 1 or 2 months, and you'll fail, and then it might take 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months.
And think about Hormozy, how much free value he has.
Yeah, and like that's the difference between using Hormozy as the free content thing or using him as like the paid consultant that he is to other companies, right? Like the reason why he's able to charge companies and he's able to partner up and all this and all that is because of one, the expertise that he has.
Just the course, he's
And
like the OG course seller.
The
But he
OG
actually did it
free
the right
course
way.
seller.
But he did it the right way, yeah.
And did it the right way from the beginning. And like that's why it's like you can watch hundreds of hours worth of Hormozy and probably figure out how to make everything work.
Yeah.
Or like you can pay him.
Yeah.
And like that's the leverage of free content.
It's either you do it yourself or you skip the steps and actually people pay for implementation.
So as you've grown in this past year, both personally, financially, in the business world, there's ups and downs, right?
There's ups and downs,
and
bro.
we love talking about the ups, but we also got to talk about the downs.
Downs.
I know you brought up this this period of time in the summer where you thought like this might not work out and stuff.
Every day I was waking up, I was praying, I checked my calendar, there's no calls. I'm like, bro, what am I gonna do with my life today? But yeah, continue. I don't know the question.
What would you say would be like the biggest mistake or kind of like a setback lesson in this past year?
Ooh, there's a lot of lessons in the last year. First lesson is obviously like everyone gets comfortable. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's like you're not supposed to have the feeling of I made it, but it's really hard to fight.
Oh yeah, no, it's very
Every
hard.
time you do a big accomplishment, your brain starts to turn off. Your brain starts to be like, I made it. Mm-hmm. So it'll be like, yeah, I made it, moved out here. And I was kind of loafing for like 3 months. Like I was not really trying. It was just wake up, go to the gym, hang out with friends, do my haircuts, and that's it. And then I would jump on these calls with the clients, with the students that I had, and I would help them. But was I really putting anything into my online education business for like marketing? No. But then I was like, why am I 3K a month? Like, you know what I mean? So I was like loafing there. Ooh, a lot of things. Trying to hold on to like a lot of old people, to be honest. Like, dude, what I realized is like at the end of the day, it's decisions, right? And a lot of people, because when you move out, like I moved out, I stopped talking to a lot of people, right? Especially like going into college. Yeah, like I just naturally stopped seeing them. But it's like, these people that you don't really see as often, you don't dislike them. You don't have like something against them. But at the end of the day, like you are who you surround yourself with. And some people make good decisions. Some people make bad decisions. Some people go from making good decisions to making bad decisions. But the way I see it is like, okay, I want to make good decisions. I want to be around people that make good decisions. I don't really want to be around people that make bad decisions. I thought I could be the guy that hangs around everybody that makes bad decisions and still make good decisions myself. And that's just not how it works. It's just not how it works, right? You want to make better decisions, stop hanging around people that make bad decisions. Because then people will be like, well, I'll be the one that's different, but
No.
you can't, bro. And
Even if you can have like this self-restraint of being around people that make bad decisions and you not make them yourself, like why would you want to be around those people in the first place? Like,
exactly.
it's just
That's
a waste
my
of
other
time.
point. It's like, okay, why would I want to be around these people that are always constantly choosing to make bad decisions on a day-to-day basis?
Like you can choose to hang around like your friends, like your old buddies, whatever, like to drink, smoke, party, all this, and you can be around and you can not drink and smoke, and that's great.
But I just
But,
don't,
like,
it doesn't hit the same.
It's
bro.
just like you feel like an imposter. You're like, what am I
You
doing
feel like
here?
an imposter.
in like the best way possible, because like, what am I doing here? I'm not. This is not fun. I don't
Yeah.
want to be doing this. I don't want to surround myself with like
Yeah.
people that do this. So like,
You feel like, what am I doing here?
you eventually kind of drift away, and that's kind of how things work. You know, you go through periods of time where you go from one friend group to the other one, and then this kind of that lonely chapter where you're with no one.
Yeah.
You're just building yourself.
Yeah. The other thing I definitely did was get in my own head too much. You move out to a Canada event. It's like I was always staying in that apartment. Every day I wake up and like I would just go to the gym, come back and kind of just rot. Like I wouldn't do anything, right? I would just be sitting there. I'd be like, okay, business is so bad. And I got in my own head. I wouldn't say I was depressed or anything, but I was definitely in my own head where like every day I'm waking up, boom, you know, I'm not making the money I want to make. Business isn't going well. The doubt. And dude, it was bad. It was bad. But it's like, you can't let that get to you, to be honest. You know what I mean? You just can't let it get to you.
I mean, I think that it's okay to think thoughts. It's just not okay to act on your thoughts.
Exactly. So you
Right.
kind of have to push it to the side and be like, okay, well,
Yeah.
you know, I'm still
Like,
going to show up
it's
to
like, okay,
work.
like
I'm
I
still
feel
gonna-
this way. That's great, but like you gotta do what you gotta do,
Yeah.
despite of how you feel.
Thinking you made it is a big one. Because you can't ever think you made it.
Yeah, because 30K is a lot of money, right?
It is.
30K is a lot of money.
But we're not
It's-
going to do that this month.
it's-
I'll be straight up. Like we're not on pace to do that again.
And even if you don't, whether you don't or you do,
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, okay, the only part I have to be critical of myself of was honestly when I got the car, it was just too much dopamine. I was driving it every single day. I was like, yo, dad, I'm about to be outside in 5 minutes. Let's go drive. Yo, dad, let's go drive, bro. I know a road. Let's go launch the car. Let's go drifting. Like every day for like 2 weeks. So the business was kind of second and God was second too. That was the other thing, right? Which was bad. It was like, okay, I wake up. First thing I want to do is go drive the car. Whoa, wait, I forgot to pray. Seriously, like that's how it was.
Yeah.
And I'm still not even, dude, it's still bad. Like I have to get back to it. So it's like you said, but yeah, what were you saying? I kind of interrupted, bro, because I was like, that's a good point.
No, it's like fuck, I forgot.
Dang, I gotta stop interrupting.
But it's priorities, right?
Priorities, yeah.
Priorities, and it's like you said, like
Priorities in every area.
we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God, right? And I honestly feel like faith is one of the biggest things
It's the biggest thing.
in life overall. Right?
It's the meaning of life,
Yeah,
to be honest.
If not the biggest thing, one of the biggest things. And like we said before, higher highs and lower highs and higher lows,
Yeah.
right? So like when you're at that peak dopamine hit, you gotta have this self-discipline, the self-accountability to kind of humble
Yeah.
yourself. Like, okay, listen, great that I made this, great that I got the car, great that I hit this revenue goal. But last month I was down on my ass. I couldn't put
Yeah.
money in my tank. Like, you got to remember where you came from, right?
Yeah.
Because you can easily
lose it. And I
lose
know
it
this too.
and
It's like,
become
that's the
arrogant.
thing.
Yep, and
So
become.
I've learned that
horrible.
lesson before. Definitely a year ago, actually, last November, I would say was my peak and then my fall off. Right. So I'm very cautious not to let that happen again.
Yeah, because not even only on the whole like arrogant part, but also like it messes with your head.
Messes
You know,
with
like
your head.
if you're too into all these metrics and stuff, like you can become really depressed really easily, and you can let business become this thing that manipulates you because I mean, if you're not making the money that you want, or if things are going wrong for whatever reason, and you respond emotionally,
Yeah.
potentially make the thing worse.
Yeah.
you're just setting yourself up for failure.
I still feel like it is. It's like, it is hard to talk to people my age and not feel like an imposter.
Yeah.
It is. I remember me and some friends from the barbershop, we went to like we go to like a church group, right? Of people our age. But I remember that was the biggest thing. After being isolated in my room for so long, all summer, I started going to the church group. I'm around people my age for the first time in forever. Dude, it just felt weird to have conversations with them. Like getting to know new people that were my age. I felt like I could not relate to them at all. And that was a big thing. It was like, okay, my whole life is business. And it still is, right? Business and maybe family.
Yeah.
Right? My parents, my brothers, my granny. Business is my whole life. It's like, to talk to somebody that's not doing business or that's not business oriented, it's like, I don't know how to do it.
It's kind of, it's
like we're in our own little world.
It almost feels like a waste of time.
It does. And it's like we're in our own little world. It's like we understand and all these other people are like outsiders. That's kind of how it feels.
Yeah,
like,
it does. You're in your own little bubble. In your own little world.
And then the other thing is like, dude, you do get freedom with moving out. But luckily I never would say like it was a big issue. Like I know a lot of people when they get in college or they're on their own, they want to go partying.
They go crazy.
Yeah, they want to go with a bunch of different girls.
Nah.
Like they want to be like staying out late.
And it's like, okay, like, I don't think it's bad to experiment that and see if that's what you're into. And if that's what you're into, then fucking God bless you.
Yeah.
But like I did have that itch of like, man, like, all my friends are partying.
I can do whatever I want.
Like I can go and I can do that.
I never had it to that extent, which is like
and it's
weird.
It's like I experienced a little bit. You know, I went to a couple parties. I went to this with my friends and all that. But it's like, it's just not, bro. It's just not for me. Like it's
not for me. Yeah.
If I feel useless. I feel so useless. I'm like, dude, this is not what I should be doing. I am not doing what I said I was gonna do. I feel like I'm wasting my time here. I don't feel good physically doing any of this. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, I tried it. It's not for me. Never again. So I much prefer having a headache over a business or over things, solving problems, than having my head hurt because I'm hungover or something like that.
You just can't be around the wrong people. And that's the other thing. It's like not caring what other people think of you is huge. It's huge, big setback. I cared too much about what other people thought, and it prevented me from making the right decisions up until now. Like it took me way too long to drop out of college simply because I was scared of what other people would think. It took me way too long to move barbershops because I was scared of what other people would think, right? I should have gotten out of that shop a long time ago because I just couldn't grow anymore there. But I was too scared, right? Yeah. I was too scared to actually promote my coaching business because what if people called me a scammer and a course seller, right? So it's like fear of what other people think is huge.
Yeah, fear of what other people think.
What if I'm scared? I'm too scared to raise my haircut prices because people are going to think I charge too much or I scam people, right? That's I've been getting called a scammer. So it's like, honestly, you charge 100, you're a scammer.
Yeah, I feel like if you're not getting any kind of criticism, you're probably not doing something right.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it comes with everything. So
comes with everything.
I feel like that's that. But let's just say, in the case that tomorrow some kind of like weird apocalypse happened, everything wiped out, your whole bank account gets wiped out, the program gets wiped out, you forget how to cut hair.
Dang. It's over.
What would be the skill or the kind of mindset that you would wish to hold on to rebuild everything again?
Dang, that's a good question. So like if I had to pick one skill, like rebuild from nothing.
Have you watched that show or anything? It was like Undercover Millionaire. I think that's what it was called. Undercover Millionaire.
I don't think
kind of like that. Like starting from down zero, dropped in the middle of like a weird location.
You think like a new skill?
Yeah.
What would be before?
What would be a skill that you hold on to build everything back up again?
Sales.
Sales?
Yeah, sales. Has to be sales. You think
Why sales?
Sales or marketing? Like
why sales or marketing?
Dude, lately I've been having to close some deals for my own barber education business. Like I don't really have like I have an appointment setter, but I'm the closer.
Right.
One of my close friends that I've known for a long time, he does like sales. Like he went from I think like I forget what other type of sales, but now he does like online sales, right? Like virtual sales. So I've been learning a lot from him, and like sales is just such a great skill. Like I feel like I've got better at talking since the last podcast. I've gotten better social skills. sales teaches you how to just talk to people and how to actually understand people, how to speak clearly and be understood.
Yeah.
And then also how to understand other people. And like, I know Hormozy says that too. He's like, sales is huge.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, if you're not willing to get out there and put your reputation, your comfort on the line to close some deals for your own business so you can get paid,
Yeah.
it's like you don't believe in yourself, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think the world revolves around sales and marketing. I mean, everything you sell yourself, you sell products, you sell services. So,
Yeah, and even like cutting hair is sales, right? It's like,
Yeah.
like in the videos, what I teach like the people that I work with, like what I teach the students is like you're selling the haircut, and so that's why when you do these videos, you know, someone comes in, sales is problem solving, obviously, but that's why I really focus on like, okay, somebody comes in, you need to get them to talk about a problem that they have. My hair, I have curly hair, but it gets really frizzy.
Yeah.
So how do you do this in the way you're selling it? You'd be like, got you, man. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to add some leave-in conditioner to your hair. You're going to get those nice, luscious curls so you can be way more confident, bro. And you're going to go from 1 to 10 and start pulling so many girls, bro. Right? Like you're selling this idea of your service, right?
Yeah.
So I even apply that there. So it's like in all areas.
Yeah, in all areas, you're constantly selling something.
I would say sales is a great skill.
I think that would be. I have this question that I asked last time. I think I remember your answer, and I want to know if the answer changed or not. I asked you, what is your definition of success?
Dude, I remember that question. Definition of success.
It's funny because you said that same thing. My definition of success. That's
Yeah, like
exactly
I got to think about it again because I don't remember what I said.
Yeah, and
Definition
I
of
swear to God, I'm put the clip in because that's exactly what you did.
This is crazy because I have to think about it again.
Yeah.
Definition of success. Success just has to be being able to get what you want out of your life, right? Like if you feel like you're not able to get what you want out of life because, you know, other people are holding you back or whatever circumstances, like to me, success is being able to wake up and do what you want to do without having anything holding you back, whether it's like financial, whether it's other people that you feel like you can't do what you want to do because other people are holding you back or yourself is holding you back. Like that's what I really think success is now, really just being able to do whatever you want, right? Being able to do whatever you want. And ideally, you know, when you do whatever you want, you actually leave some good in the world and you impact other people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
that's success.
I think everybody's goal should be to try to leave the world a little bit better than how they found it.
Yeah, and just being able to impact other people, to be honest. I think that should be success. But really, I think on a crazy level, like success is really being able to have like the free will to do what you want. And then please, when you have the free will to do what you want, do good, right?
Yeah.
Do good.
Always choose to do good.
Yeah.
Even when it might not seem like the best option.
Yeah, just follow Christ, man, as best you can, to be honest. Like, you know, make the good decisions, try and live like him. That's what I want. But it's hard for all of us. But
yeah,
that would be success. That would be ideal. But really, if I had to define it in my words, dude, it's got to be just being able to do whatever you want.
Gotta be able to do whatever you want.
Yeah, because I would say before, like, you know, at some point, success is like, okay, you know, I want to go out to eat, but I can't because I don't have the money. Or I want to be a barber, but I can't because I feel like I'm too scared that my parents are going to tell me I can't, right? Or I want to raise my haircut prices, like I want to charge more, but I can't because what if my coworkers make fun of me?
Yeah.
But a successful person or somebody that has attained success, they're able to make those decisions and do what they want to do and get what they want out of life without any limitations, right? Okay, you don't have the money, you go find the money, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I feel like that's solid. I feel like that was a solid definition.
I think that's pretty solid. Final question before we wrap up. You have a mic in front of you. We have social media. We have the internet.
Yeah.
If you had one message that you could send out to our generation now, what would it be?
I guess like you're capable of way more than you think in terms of just like, you know, people always have like these big goals or they see a lot happening online because it's the age of online. So like people always see this stuff. A lot of people like myself, I used to never believe that certain things were possible, right? I used to never believe that I'd be able to be in the position I'm in now, but anything is possible, right? Especially if you put God first. Please put God first, especially our generation, right? And like, don't just put God first just to do it. Like just to be like, okay, I'm going to put God first. but find out why you're doing it. Like realize, okay, Jesus died for us, the greatest act of love, and we should love him the same way we love our parents, our family, or even on a greater level. And based off that love, we should make decisions every single day out of that love for him. And part of that comes with just doing whatever you feel like you're capable of. Right? Like if you're serving God or trying to become like the best follower of Christ you can be, you're gonna do great things in life. You're gonna impact a lot of people. You're gonna become a great person, right? And whatever area that's in, like you don't have to be big in business. You don't have to be really rich. You could be making no money but still serving other people, right? But a lot of people would think, oh, that's not me. I can't be that person. That's not me. But really, you are capable of becoming whoever you want to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's solid? I don't know. Maybe that was solid. Maybe that was not solid. But it's like,
that made a lot of sense.
Yeah. So yeah, capable of whatever, dude. Because now I realize like anything's possible. Like, see my brother, he can do whatever he wants. He probably doesn't believe it. He probably sees certain stuff. He's like, I can't do that. You can do anything, bro. So yeah.
You can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything.
Thank you very much, Bristol. This was great.
This is great, dude. I like this one better than last year, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening and for watching. It really does mean the world to us, and we really appreciate every single one of you who sticks around all the way until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave us a review on the podcast platform. It really does help us grow. And until next time, see you guys.